Have you ever truly stopped to consider the incredible, almost magical power hidden within the words you use every single day? It's so easy to let words slip out without much thought, isn't it? We might complain about the weather, criticize ourselves, or unconsciously repeat negative phrases. But what if I told you that every word you utter, and even every word you think, is silently, powerfully shaping your reality? Your successes, and yes, even your setbacks. Today, we're diving into another profoundly impactful teaching from the legendary Japanese sage Tempu Nakamura. His incredible insight, one that can fundamentally change how you approach your life, is this: nothing has more suggestive power than words. Tempu Nakamura understood that words are far more than just tools for communication. He saw them as potent instruments of self-suggestion, capable of programming our subconscious mind and directing the course of our lives. So, if you're ready to unlock the secret of your own verbal power, to understand why your words are so incredibly influential, and to learn how to consciously use them to build a more positive, successful, and fulfilling life, then you are in exactly the right place. Get ready to transform your world one word at a time. Let's begin. Tempu Nakamura's wisdom. Nothing has more suggestive power than words. So, what exactly did Tempu Nakamura mean when he said, nothing has more suggestive power than words? Let's unpack this profound wisdom. For Tempu, words were not just passive labels for things. He believed they carried an active, almost living energy. In Japanese culture, there's a concept called karadama, which literally means word spirit. It's the idea that words themselves possess a spiritual power that can influence our reality. While Tempu's teachings were practical and down to earth, this underlying cultural understanding of words, having inherent power, resonates deeply with his philosophy. He taught that the words we speak, and especially those we repeat to ourselves consistently or utter with strong emotion, act as direct commands or suggestions to our subconscious mind. Think of your subconscious as a fertile garden. The words you use are the seeds you plant. If you consistently plant seeds of doubt, fear, or limitation with phrases like, I can't, it's too hard, or I always fail, then that's precisely what will grow in your life. Conversely, if you consciously choose to plant seeds of confidence, possibility, and success with words like I can, I am capable, I am learning, or I am grateful, you cultivate a rich inner landscape from which positive outcomes can flourish. Tempu emphasized that this isn't just wishful thinking. It's a fundamental principle of how our minds operate. He understood that our self-talk, the internal dialogue we have with ourselves, is incredibly formative. The words we use to define ourselves and our situations directly shape our beliefs. And as we know, our beliefs are the bedrock of our actions. If you believe you are incapable, your actions will reflect that. If you believe you are resourceful and resilient, your actions will demonstrate that. So, Tempu's teaching is a powerful call to become conscious custodians of our language. He urged people to understand that every word spoken is an act of creation, a suggestion that molds our inner world, which, in turn, manifests in our outer experiences and ultimately shapes our destiny. It's a profound responsibility, but also an incredible opportunity for positive change. The science and psychology. How words shape your reality. Now, Tempu Nakamura's insights into the power of words might have sounded radical in his time, but what's truly remarkable is how modern science and psychology are increasingly validating these ancient truths. It's not just philosophy. There's compelling evidence for how our language shapes our reality. Let's start with a concept. Many of you might be familiar with the self-fulfilling prophecy. This is where our expectations, often verbalized, can actually influence events to unfold in line with those expectations. If you constantly say, I'm going to fail this presentation, you might subconsciously act in ways that make that outcome more likely, perhaps by not preparing as well or by being overly anxious. Your words can set a trajectory. Then there's the well-researched power of affirmations. Positive affirmations are statements we deliberately repeat to ourselves to instill a certain belief or mindset. Modern neuroscience, particularly through studies on neuroplasticity, shows that consistent positive self-talk can literally help rewire neural pathways in our brain. We can, in a very real sense, change our brain's structure and function through the words we choose. Consider also the reticular activating system, or RS, in your brain. Think of it as a filter or a gatekeeper for information. When you focus on certain words or ideas, for example, if you decide you want a particular type of car and start talking about it, your RAS becomes attuned to it, and you suddenly start noticing that car everywhere. Similarly, if your vocabulary is filled with words of opportunity and positivity, your brain becomes more likely to spot those opportunities in your environment. And we can't ignore the powerful placebo and nocebo effects. The placebo effect is when a positive belief or expectation, often triggered by words from a trusted source like a doctor, saying this will help you, leads to a real physiological improvement. Conversely, the nocebo effect is when negative suggestions or words lead to negative outcomes. This demonstrates the profound suggestive power words have over our physical and mental well-being. So, from psychology to neuroscience, the evidence is mounting. The words we use are not just empty sounds. They trigger internal processes, influence our perception, guide our behavior, and can even impact our physical health. Tempu Nakamura was truly ahead of his time in understanding this deep connection between our language and our life experience. Actionable steps harnessing the power of your words. All right, we've explored Tempu Nakamura's profound insights and the fascinating science that supports the power of our words. Now, let's get practical. How can we actively harness this power to create a more positive and successful life? Here are 5 actionable steps you can start implementing today. First, become a conscious word observer. This is the foundational step. For the next few days, simply pay attention to the words you use. Most frequently, both in your conversations with others and in your internal self-talk. Notice any recurring negative patterns, complaints, or self-limiting phrases without judgment. Awareness is the first step to change. Second, craft and use powerful affirmations. Once you're aware of your patterns, start consciously choosing positive words. Craft affirmations that reflect what you want to experience. Make them personal, positive, and in the present tense, as if they are already true. For example, instead of I hope I become confident, try I am confident and capable. Repeat these affirmations daily, especially in the morning and before bed. Third, master the art of reframing. When you catch yourself using negative language, don't beat yourself up. Instead, practice reframing. This means consciously changing a negative statement into a neutral, or even better, a positive one. For instance, if you think, this is impossible, reframe it to, this is challenging and I'm looking for solutions, or what steps can I take to make this possible? Fourth, cultivate positive self-talk. Your inner dialogue is incredibly influential. Make a deliberate effort to speak to yourself with kindness, encouragement, and support as you would to a good friend. When you achieve something, acknowledge it. When you face a setback, remind yourself of your strengths and resilience. Be your own best cheerleader. And fifth, verbalize your gratitude daily. Make it a habit to speak words of gratitude aloud. This could be part of your morning routine or something you do before meals. Saying, I am grateful for, shifts your focus to the positive, and the act of verbalizing it amplifies its power, sending positive suggestions to your subconscious. Now, to really supercharge this, I invite you to our 3-day Positive Word Challenge. For the next 3 days, make a conscious, concerted effort to eliminate complaining, negative self-talk, and limiting language. Focus intensely on using empowering, positive, and grateful words. Write down any shifts you notice in your mood, your energy levels, or even the interactions you have. And please share your experiences in the comments below. What was the hardest part? What positive changes did you notice? Your journey can inspire others. Remember, Tempu Nakamura taught that consistent practice is key. Mastering your words is an ongoing process, but by taking these conscious steps, you can begin to powerfully reshape your inner world and consequently your outer reality. So, as we've explored today, Tempu Nakamura's teaching that nothing has more suggestive power than words is not just a philosophical idea. It's a practical guide to transforming our lives from the inside out. Your words are the brushstrokes with which you paint the canvas of your reality. Remember, every word you speak, every sentence you form, carries an energy and a directive. They are potent seeds that take root in the fertile ground of your subconscious mind, shaping your beliefs, guiding your actions, and ultimately creating your destiny. This isn't about being unrealistically positive all the time, but about becoming conscious and intentional with the powerful tool of language. I sincerely hope this exploration of Tempu Nakamura's wisdom has illuminated the incredible creative power you hold within your own vocabulary. My wish for you is that you leave this video feeling inspired and equipped to use your words to build a life filled with more joy, success, and fulfillment. Now, if this message resonated deeply with you, and you're eager to continue this journey of self-empowerment, here's how you can support our channel and stay connected. Please give this video a thumbs up. It's a simple click for you, but it makes a huge difference in helping these teachings reach more people. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to our channel and, very importantly, click that notification bell. We have so much more wisdom from Tempu Nakamura and other empowering philosophies to share, and you won't want to miss a single episode. I'd love to hear from you directly in the comments below. What is one specific word or phrase you will consciously choose to use more, or perhaps less, starting today? Sharing your commitment can be a powerful motivator. In our next video, we'll be delving into another transformative concept from Tempu. It's another key to unlocking your fullest potential, so be sure to join us. Thank you so much for investing your time with me today. Remember, you have the power to speak your best life into existence. Choose your words wisely, speak them with conviction and kindness, and watch as your world begins to transform. Until next time, take care and speak life.